Hi and Assalamualaikum. So today we want to present about the first law of thermodynamics. So for the first presenter is Siti Nozarifah Nadira binti Nuzahid and the second presenter is Ana Nadira binti Azman. First law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but energy can only be transformed from one form to another. For the example is, gas stoves transform chemical energy from natural gas into heat energy, or light bulbs transform electrical energy into light energy. In equation form, the first law of thermodynamics is expressed as delta U is the change in internal energy of the system equal to Q, which is the net heat transfer, and plus W. W is the net work done on the system. There are 5 types of thermodynamic process. Firstly is isobaric. Isobaric is process in which the pressure of the system remains constant. So for the isobaric process, since pressure is constant in the process, the volume of system change and work done can be calculated by this formula. Secondly is isothermal. Isothermal is process in which the temperature of the system remain constant. When the temperature is constant, the change in internal energy becomes zero. From the first law of thermodynamics, we will get Q is equal to W. Next is isochloric. Isochloric is process in which the volume of the system remains constant. Therefore, the volume initial will same with the volume of the final. From the first law of thermodynamics, the change of internal energy is equal to heat transfer. Then is adiabatic process. Adiabatic process is process in which no heat is transferred between the system and its surrounding. So Q is equal to 0. Since Q is 0, the internal energy is equal to work. And lastly is isentropic process. Isentropic process is thermodynamic process in which the entropy remains constant.
Firstly, the application of the first law of thermodynamics is the melting ice cubes. Why does the ice cubes melt when it was left on the open air? This occurrence occurs as a result of the ice absorbing heat from the air around it, cooling the air and turning the ice to water. In this illustration, the ice undergoes a change in condition due to the absorption of heat. Next, we had learned that plants relied on photosynthesis to survive. But did you realize that the first law of thermodynamics is also being applied in this process? The sun's energy is first absorbed by the plants, who then transform it into chemical energy. This process not only provides the plants with nutrition, but it also creates oxygen, a substance vital to human living. Although you might not realize it, every time you take a long relaxing bath, the first law of thermodynamics is happening. The temperature of the water in the bathtub is higher than your body temperature. So when you first immerse yourself in it, you will feel it's cozy warm. The temperature of the water and your body will eventually match since the heat from the water will have been transmitted to you. As the heat is lost to the atmosphere with a little more time passing, you will notice that the water starts to feel cool. In conclusion, the first law of thermodynamics, which is perhaps the most significant, expresses the idea of energy conservation. The first law states that energy can be transformed or changed from one form to another, but it cannot be generated or destroyed, which is in line with this principle.